Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse that has added some cheer to its boards, to my side, surprising to me because the Asian markets were actually not smiling, even though China's GDP for the first quarter actually surprised to the upside and grew 5.4%. So, as I mentioned, to my surprise, the all share up on the day by almost 0.1%, that largely coming from the Resources 10 complex. That surged by more than 2.5%. Actually, earlier it was up more than 4%. We do have the Financial 15, though, declining 0.45%, and the Industrial 25 down by more than 0.5%. We also did get some good news on the retail sales front locally in February, that growing 3.9% year on year, but obviously less than the 7% that we had seen in January. Let's take a look at what is happening with the markets stateside, and we did get retail sales data there as well. That growth surprising to the upside. That was for March, of course, before the tariffs kicked in. We also still do have earnings coming through, but also talking about earnings, lots that's happening on the chip front. The Dutch chip maker ASML, which is listed on the Nasdaq, actually experienced quite a heavy hit with disappointing results today. But also Nvidia taking quite a knock as the US government has imposed some licensing requirements on their chip exports to China on one specific chip. To be specific, we are seeing a sea of red on that front. S&P 500 declining almost 1%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq sliding by more than 1.5%, and the Dow giving up almost 0.25%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the European markets. We actually did get UK inflation data out for March earlier. That cooling. Cooling more than what we had seen in February and also in January. A sea of green on that front. FTSE 100 up by 0.15%. The CAC 40 jumping by almost 0.9%, and a climb on the DAX of almost 1.5%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency front and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Strengthening coming through to the rand. Earlier on, we had seen it at around 18 rand 94 against the US dollar. Now at 18 rand 81. Good news for us. Against the pound, the local unit standing at 24 rand 89, and against the euro at 21 rand 37. Let's check in on how the other currency pairs are doing. Euro dollar at 1.13, pound dollar at 1.32, and the yen just below 143 against the US dollar.